guys, welcome back to another video with Taiki. Today I'm not going to talk much. I'm just going to do a simple tutorial on how to do a normal makeup look. So this will be suitable for anybody who wants to learn how to do their own makeup in 2025. I'm going to just show you like the things you would need. So I have some products here. I would show you and then I would come back and take you through the process of how you beat your face. Okay, let's go.
Hi guys, so I know I said I was going to show you how I did it, but let's just start. Okay, so I'm going to go first and clean my face because I probably have sweat, have oils, have water on my skin, so I need to clean all that off, and then I'd have to pat it dry so that it can be able to absorb all the products I'm going to put in. So I'm now going to just dry it. I'm not sitting directly under a fan, so I have to use this mini fan of mine to sort of dry my face. Now let's get into it. So this is my primer, which is basically like to set the face, to moisturize the face, and to ensure that my makeup stays on for longer than usual. So I'm going to use this all over the face. I'm going to attempt at spreading it so that every pore, and I'm going to use more, especially in areas I sweat a lot. That's around my nose, my cheeks, and then usually my forehead, and then beneath my mouth. So those are the areas I use a little bit more. And then I'm just going to spread it. I have a brush. I just couldn't find it at the time of recording this. So forgive me if you don't have a brush. You could go with your hands. That's fine, right? Okay. So now that this has done, because I sweat a lot also, I tend to use my fixing spray first, just so I can lock in all the moisture that the primer has, so that whatever I use on top of that can stay in for hours. That's how come I get my makeup to stay for long. So I'm just going to dry this. Again, this drying process took forever because tell me why I'm using a hand fan to dry my face. Now I'm going to start my eyebrows. I know a lot of girlies don't know how to do their eyebrows, but I think this hack I'm going to show you is going to work. So you just need to brush it upwards in an upwards motion like I'm doing. So yes, I'm zooming in so that you can see that this is how we brush our eyebrows. Okay, funny enough, my eyebrows are never even, so I don't think anybody will have even eyebrows, although you're supposed to have at least some semblance of evenness, right? So I'm going to use this to pink at the areas where the eyebrow arcs, and then the end. So I saw this hack, was it on TikTok, on Instagram, I really can't tell, but I gave it a try and I felt, well, yeah, it works. But I'm seeing that okay, I should have paid more attention whilst I was doing this look. But I think I tried doing this in a space of 40 minutes. Y'all should give it up for me. So I'm just going to outline the lower portion first. I don't know why, but I think it's just easier when you have the lower portion outlined, and then you go ahead and do the upper part. So this part is just me taking you through, for those who don't know how to draw their eyebrows, how to really do it, and how to have it done in the simplest. And no, don't do this. Don't make this mistake. Don't make that mistake of drawing the way I'm holding my pencil. You're gonna suffer. I promise you, you're really gonna feel it. But I digress. Let's continue. So I did the same thing for the top like I did for the bottom. Pick the 3 points where it starts, it arcs. Arcs is more like it curves, all right, and then it ends. And then I'm just going to outline with my pencil. Also ensure your pencil is very sharp, so you can see that it's as slim as anything it can. If you can feel it choke you, if that's even a word, you should feel that something has pricked you. Yeah, so I'm just going to brush through, create strokes within the eyebrow. Already I have full brows, as you all can see, so I just needed to define it a bit more. Now I'm going to go in with my concealer in this shade. So all products will be listed in the description box. You could just check there, and I'll tell you where I got my products from, in case you're wondering where you can buy makeup products that are very good but don't also break the bank. So I am going to use my concealer. What this does, or what this is meant to do, is to highlight the eyebrows so that it pops. Literally, your makeup is usually around the eyes because the face is still the same. It's usually the eyes that determines the beauty of it, right? So for your lower lid, did I say lower lid? I mean below the brow, it's always advisable to use one that is way lighter than your skin tone. So like you're seeing me use, this is way lighter, more brighter, way lighter and more brighter than my normal skin tone, so it stands out. That's what makes the eyebrow pop. Because on the top you're gonna use your foundation, which you would normally use for any other thing. Okay, so this is me just showing you guys the process. Okay, I think I've yapped enough. Let's just watch this part. Somebody will be wondering, is she adding more? So I'm just spreading the excess I took out, just so that I could blend everything in. For those who don't know what blending is, it's just ensuring that your products mix and sit well in your skin. So I overused, so in order for it to sit well in the skin, I had to blend it out. Now if you see, I didn't blend it out to my eyelids, because I'm going to show you what you do for the eyelids. But this is my cutesy blending brush. I just love these brushes, and I got them as a gift, so I didn't buy it. That's the beauty of my life. Sometimes I get things that I don't need to spend money on, which is a blessing. But yeah, if you want to get makeup products and brushes, I can plug you. So this is me just blending. Now the blending involves you using your brush to tap or dab at it, like what I'm doing. So I'm not cleaning it with a brush, I'm not swiping it away, I'm just putting it in place. So that's how it looks after. Now I'm going to go with my foundation for the top part, just so that everything is well blended, like you get it. So the foundation on the top is just so that when you use your foundation and you go in with your powder, your eyebrows, the upper part would not be so visible. Now the reason why we use a lighter shade for the lower part was because if you're going to do any eyeshadow look, usually it would cover a greater chunk of it. When you're done, you just fill in with powders. But let's go on, let's just take it one step at a time. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did below on top, but with my foundation, the same process and the same manner. So now that we are done, we're going to go in and blend. Again, blending is so important. If not, you'd have a lot of visible marks left behind. So again, it looks like I am brushing it away, but what's actually happening is I'm dabbing at it. So you know how when somebody is teary, you dab at your tears. Yeah, you kind of dab at your makeup like that as well. So yeah, this is it. I'm just one interesting character, because if you leave me, I can yap. But I decided to do this for my girlies who want to do makeup. I don't know how to do it. I want to keep it very simple, whether it's to a wedding, to church, to an event. So now you see how the eyebrows are popping. Now let's go. I'm going to conceal my eyelids. That is why I said that we didn't conceal the eyelids when we did the one for the brows, because they need different. Ideally, I could have still gone ahead with what I used for my under eye or under my brows, but I just felt, you know what, let me just play around with another one, because the goal is to keep it skin-like. So this is more to my skin tone, more closer to my foundation, right? So it's just right that I use this. Now that we are done, I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow palette. I'm going to pick one of my favorite colors. That's the brown shade. Funny enough, I've done that nude brown, whatever, natural or looking look for so long. I just don't know how to do any other thing. And it's very easy to do. So I'm going to use to highlight the part where when I open my eyes, there are lines or creases there. So we call that the crease. So I'm just going to, again, dab, not wipe, because it looks like I'm wiping, but what is happening is I'm dabbing it in. So if you realize all the concealer we used is just about to disappear, right? It's just about to disappear. So I'm going to do this on both sides and leave it for you guys to watch. So we are done with the crease. Now it's left with the lid. And for the lid, I wanted a bolder, or should I say brighter color, even though it didn't really pop that much. The goal was to keep it natural and skin-like. So I'm gonna go in and do the colors. I used a lighter shade of brown, or should I say I used nude? Yeah, kind of. So that's what I'm just doing here. I just want you guys to watch and observe. So I came back here to extend the wings of my eye with the not with the concealer, with the powder or the eyeshadow, for the simple reason that I'm gonna be drawing wings. That's the eyeliner. So in order to get that wing, I needed to have that extension slightly, so that it's at least falling on the eyeshadow and not on the skin, right? So now that we are done and we're good to go, we're gonna go in with my foundation. I have been using this product for the last few months and I'm sold. I just pray every time I want it in this particular shade or tone, I get it, because I always struggle with my kind of skin color to get my foundation type. So this is me just spreading it all over my face. I could have just gone through the bottle directly, but sometimes I overdo it. So you realize when you've already smeared it like that on your face, it's hard to pick up again and put it back into the bottle, right? It can be unhealthy. So I smear it on the bulk of my palms or my hands, and then I'll pick it like I'm doing here and spread it all over my face. So when I pick my sponge and I have to dab, forever dabbing. It doesn't take forever. But this dabbing, you gotta dab. You gotta dab for it to sink in. You gotta dab for it. In fact, if you leave me, I can dab at you with my grammar and my English till the end. But just watch this part, because you need to let everything go into a very smooth like finish. So this is me giving myself a more natural look, because ideally on any other occasion I probably would have gone a little bit overboard on the foundation, but I just decided, let me keep it neutral, let me just keep it normal, casual. So yeah, I had to show you guys this part, but just enjoy the rest of the dabbing, because it took a lot. I've had to speed this so that you can see that it's a lot of dabbing work. So I had to come back and say that it's incomplete for you to do your face with foundation if you're not focusing on these areas. The part that lines your chin, or where your chin connects to in the middle, beneath your head or beneath your mouth, that area. Because sometimes what I notice is some people don't do that, so it's very visible the difference in your skin too. Anyways, let's go in and line our eyes. One thing I don't like about eyeliner, it can disgrace you, and because it's black, it can stain your makeup. So you need to be very careful. You see the way I angled the brush to start from the tip and then coming inside just to extend it. Yeah, very demure, very what? Cutesy. This girl is such a fine babe. Oh my goodness. I'm so beautiful. Forgive me. So I'm going to just repeat what I did on the other eye here. Like I said, start with the wings, so it's easier. Once you can get the wing, it's easy to pick from the corner of the eyelid. Yeah. And I'm going to go in with my mascara just so that my eyelashes can pop and stand out. I'm not really a fan of lashes, extended lashes, because it's not that it's heavy or it's bulky. I just feel like there are some things that you could do with your own natural lashes. So I enjoy wearing my lashes as much. Plus, I've had allergic reactions to the glue of some lashes, extended lashes, in a while. So I've just avoided it. Anywho, so now I'm going to go in with my powder palette. It's not face powder. They're not the same thing. Even though we can consider face powder in the palette, this isn't face powder. So I'm going to go in with my shade. I'm going to blend it in with a darker shade just to have that natural skin-like look, right? So this is me just, again, tapping. This, I'm not dabbing. I'm tapping the powder onto the face, but with the way it's looking, you think I'm sweeping it away. To where, my dear? Where do you want to be swept to? So I'm gonna do this all over my face, right? Also, makeup with short hair is so beautiful. I mean, this was shot sometime in May. I don't know when you guys are seeing this because it's taking me forever to edit this video in particular, but I'm so excited you guys can get to see this and enjoy the video. So now that we are done, I'm gonna go in and give myself my favorite blush. Oh my goodness, if I do makeup and I've not done blush, it's not a complete look. In fact, quote me anywhere, makeup without blush is incomplete. Forget lashes. You see that blush, it has to pop. And you see me, I don't like using the lighter shade of pink. I want the one that everybody will see that my cheeks are very rosy. My cheekbone is like what? Very rosy. So I'm just gonna do that with this pink from my powder palette. I have how do you call this thing? I have the same thing on my eyeshadow palette. However, for some strange reason, I don't use that as much. So now it's time to do the lips. Guys, I want to scream, but it's late. It's very, very late, but I had to record this very late in the night. But I'm gonna do my lips, and I'm gonna show you that you need your pencil to be very sharp, because you see, if your pencil is not sharp, you're gonna suffer doing the lip. So I'm just going to line it with the pencil. Ideally, I should use lip pencil, but eyebrow pencil works perfect. So now that we are done with that, I'm gonna go in with my concealer again. So this concealer, it's actually a concealer, but somehow Daki has managed to make it an everything in between. I found people's foundation from it, I found lip combos from it, I found literally everything from this palette. And chef's kiss to the brand that sat down to think of something like this for us, because it's just lifesaver. So I'm gonna go in with the same shade I used earlier for my eyelids, I think, on my lips, because again, natural look. So we want to keep everything nude and neutral. Okay, need to smack the lips like this together. Yeah, so we're almost done. I can't believe I finally did this for you. It's been on my neck, on my heart for a long time. Now that it is all done, this is the final look. So I had to use lip gloss. However, I forgot to press record. So this is how my face looks. Yes, I had to bring the camera and the mirror in front of me so you see the final complete look. But if you've loved this video and you are going to try doing your own makeup yourself, please feel free to share videos with me. You can check out my Instagram page. You can check out my TikTok. Just share those videos or pictures with me and let's get talking in the comments. Bye guys. See you in my next video.